Wait one second, making sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, hello and welcome back to Fireplace Talks and Stories. Oh, need to take a little breath there. But in today's episode, we're going to be going over the history of Random Game Tram Days. Now, for any of you who are new, Random Game Tram Days, about 5 hours ago, from when I'm recording this, it's 8 AM of the 12th of October 2023. Has finally hit 1,000 episodes, so I thought we might as well go back in time and kind of see where it all began. That's what I will say. See where it all began. But to do so, we will have to go and go over to paint, as I have a few episodes. Well, 2 of them that I cannot show, but I will talk about it. So, the original episode of Random Game Tram Days, or the precursor, I'm calling it the precursor because it wasn't truly Random Game Tram Days yet. It was more, a start to Random Game Tram Days, but not it yet. And I'll get to the other one there in a second. So, Gaming Thursday, Episode 1, Left 4 Dead 2. It should have been there, but that's Left 4 Dead modded. July 16th of 2020. So, about 3 years ago. And then a bit now. 3 years and a bit now. Next year it'd be 4 years since I did that episode. So, a precursor to Random Game Tram Days, that is Gaming Thursday. But another series that I did at the same time that kind of didn't really make sense of keeping around was I'm Bored. Now, it sounds very weird, but it was a series called I'm Bored, and it was normally a series I would do when I'm just bored and just wanted to play a game. And so, that's what I did. On July 18th, 2 days after the original episode of Gaming Thursday, we did I'm Bored. And it was basically, if you take 2 of these ideas, Gaming Thursday was supposed to be 1 day of a week I would do, an episode of a game. And I'm Bored would be basically the whole week I could do, playing, a game. But then, if you combine both of these together, so the last episode was late 2020, and the reason why I'm saying late 2020 is because I'm not too sure if it is late 2020. Because I was actually looking at how many episodes and what episode it was back then, and I just could not figure out when this episode was actually recorded, because I actually uploaded it ages after, but it's privated. So I don't really know. I don't really know when the last episode was, but I'm pretty sure it's in late 2020. That's the last episode of I'm Bored. And it was also Left 4 Dead 2. Quite odd, I tell you, quite odd. And now we come to Gaming Thursday. It's still Gaming Thursday at this point, but it shall change to Random Game Tram Days very soon. But before I talk about this, I want to bring up... Oh, that's just cinematic top bit. I'll bring up this for a second, so I can prepare the episode. Yeah, that should work. And we'll just have a little bit of a watch of the original episode that I recorded so long ago. And also just ignore the Left 4 Dead up there. I had to check and see if an episode of Left 4 Dead 2 was old, or, what age it was. But it turns out it was quite a newer episode.
Hello and welcome to Gaming Thursday.
This is the original episode of Random Game Tram Days.
A second time at trying to record.
If you wonder why it's Petro881, that was a name that I would go of because I watched a movie back in the day and my favourite character was...
So I do not own the movie from the background.
I cannot remember his name.
Just in case,
I just cannot remember his name. Oh, it's really bugging me, I tell you. It's really bugging me. Well, obviously the first part is, Pedro A1, but the first part is, his name, but it's San Pedro. It's not Pascal, that's the actor. Oh, I just cannot remember the name off the top of my head. I talked about it a little bit in my, first ever Roblox episode that we did in Random Game Tram Days. But, so, This is a original Random Game Ram Days episode, and that was what do you call it? Online alias. That's it. Online alias that I would use all the time. It's quite outdated, I tell you. It is quite outdated.
TF2.
TenkoBerry is a lot better.
Years ago. Bring in blueberry, if I could.
That's me talking about. I should bring Berry, my sister, who also does videos on. But this was this is about 2021.
Oh, this map is a community map.
December 2020.
The only
December 24.
TF2 map that.
And you know what's funny? Huh? Well, the thing that I wanted to do was for the last, well, not real last Random Games Ram Days, but episode 1000 of Random Games Ram Days, I wanted to do TF2, and I did do TF2, and that was the 1000th episode. But the funny thing is, this was actually during the Christmas time of 2020, and I finished, well, the first season of Random Games Ram Days on Halloween, a season and holiday before Christmas. I find that so funny now. I'm gonna remember that for a while.
Return to the old days. First kill in years.
Yeah, that was my first kill in years. I had not played TF2 that much in a while, because every time that I would play TF2, the device that I was always using was absolutely terrible, and this was probably the best that I'd ever played TF2 in about, since I first played it back in like 2014? Yeah. Since I played it back in 2014 on my laptop. A stone laptop, that was the original.
2 kills in years.
Yes, that will be something that I will remember for a long time. You know, for being the first episode, it did not run too bad. It looks terrible now, but you can still watch it. It's still, functional. Though I was quite terrible, doing anything for my team. For a second there, the frame rate was like absolute perfect.
Let's see.
Well, I did get the dispenser. I did get the dispenser. I'm still relearning the controls, I tell you. After playing this game for over 700 hours, I'm still terrible.
It had the colourful light thingy, and it had hearts going around it.
Oh, I'm talking about my original Unusual. And you know what? In my 1000th episode, I also talked about my Unusual. How weird is that? I tell you, my original Unusual was the toy soldier. And I'm pretty sure it had love hearts going around it. But I'm pretty sure it was like a jewel effect. But then that can't be possible if it was a jewel effect. And when I looked at it, it had nothing like that on it. So it's quite odd. And plus, that hat is no longer on any of the market. Well, it is on the market. But the unusual effect I'm looking for is not on the market. And I'm so sad about that. I've did a whole Fireplace talks and stories on my unusual hat. And, another topic with it.
That was my favourite Unusual, and I lost it.
Yeah. The reason why I lost it was that I was actually scammed by a notorious scammer. So, not really the best thing, I tell you. I didn't really know its value, but that hat, the reason why I got rid of it originally was I thought I could probably get another one of these and trade it for more stuff. But no, that was not be the case. So I do wonder, out there, maybe one day I can get my hats back. Like the original one that I unboxed. Who knows? Can't go like it's 2014 or 2012. Good times. I remember, watching like Muzilk or,
Doing
what
the
other
conga.
TF2 YouTubers were there back in the day. And you know, Congo was like, you know, the best thing back then. And it spread like, you know, wildfire back in the day. If someone, you know, you could get a whole team,
Looks like this
both
event is
teams,
happening
you know,
again.
all together, and it would be like super cool. Good memories. Good memories. And then someone would always try and ruin the
To
fun
the open.
and get like a ton of kills.
You saw.
Good memories. Good memories. I fell down. And I'm dead.
Ah.
You see how slow I am? That's just because I was not too used to the controls of the game. So it's very hard to get a hand of stuff, I tell you. But back to that thing. That was the original episode of Random Game Tram Days that I would consider, you know, actual Random Game Tram Days. Because it was both Game of Thursday and I'm Bored mixed together. Because Game of Thursday was, I would do one game and it would be a series, kinda. Like it would be like, you know, a game that I would play every once in a while. Like I did, you know, tons of times with Left 4 Dead 2 over the time, you know, that we've done Random Game Tram Days. And I'm Bored basically would give us the, what do you call it? Would basically give us, what do you call it? Basically us playing a bunch of different games at, you know, different points. Now I will, you know, black out for a second as I want to do one last thing, and that is show you the actual first true episode of Random Game Tram Days. That being, I'm thinking it is this one, 2021, July 20th. Let's see, July 20th, 2021. Okay, I'm gonna open that up because I think that might actually be the original Random Game Tram Days. Random Days. Random Games. Well, if I'm doing this 50 at a time, this is gonna take, I'm just past 100 now. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Oh no, I got stuck there. I tell you, I do wonder if it was not for like at the I'm Bored series and all that, and also we played what do you call it, Roblox at the start of the year in January 18th. Sorry, I saw that as while it was going down. But you know, it would not be Random Game Tram Days without I'm Bored or, you know, Gaming Thursday. The precursors, I would tell you, the precursors. The precursors of Random Game Tram Days. I look fondly back on those first episodes, I tell you. Though they're absolutely terrible, a lot of them. Let's see. Let me rewind backwards a bit more. Well, I'm just at that guillotine game, loving guillotines, where you could romance certain, what do you call it, characters. January 2nd of 2022, I last played at Home Alone Final. And also Team Fortress 2 Classic back in January 3rd of 2022. Sorry, I just see all of these games that I played. I'll just skip to the last page. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that was the last, well, the first, not last. The first series that we did of Random Game Tram Days was actually Gunwitch. And that would be a continuation for a long time that I would do series within Random Game Tram Days. But eventually I have separated it from it. I did keep it as a Random Games Ram Days series, but I've taken it out the title altogether. So it is still a Random Games Ram Days series, it's just not said. And you know what, I find that, you know, quite nice. And, you know, good memories. Well, I will watch this last, well, tiny bit of this episode.
We're waiting. No.
That's us with TenkoBerry. They finally decided, you know, instead of keeping that, you know, name around, because, you know, it was very memorable. I really loved that movie back in the day. I tell you, that character was my favourite. I don't know why I named everything after him.
My mouse just went damaged, so somebody.
Good memories.
It's the reef.
I was absolutely terrible this first episode. 750 plus hours, and I'm still bad at the game.
Thank you, Professor.
I'm now at 779 now. But this episode was 2021, July 20th, and we last played it December 24th of 2020. Good times, good times. Well, that's where we're ending it for today. So hopefully you did enjoy this Fireplace Talks and Stories. I know, you know, it was not, you know, too active, and you know, it's not like our timeline videos that we've done for like Jungle Paradise Golden Age. But I just wanted a short celebration episode of just, you know, going over a couple of the memories that we've made along the way, I tell you. We have been doing Random Games Ram Days for over 1,000 episodes, and, you know, 3 years now. Well, it'd be 3 years. And I would count it as December, but then we did have that first episode back in, yeah, well, the precursor episode back in July 16th. So, you know what, I'll count the July 16th one as a, you know, precursor to the start, and then the actual start being in December. So, we'll just have the celebration in December, I tell you. It's December 24th. Good memories. Well, hopefully you did enjoy this. Have a nice, stay safe, have just travel. Maybe some rushes. Need keeps the vitamins very important. And bye bye. See you next time. Have a nice, bye bye.